Okay, this will be an interesting one. I've done a couple of these at least. Let's see if we can make this one look any good. Okay. How big are we going to make it? We're going to leave it at 100. I don't know what happened there. I accidentally hit the cancel button when I hit the copy density. I'll be careless, folks. You can't blame Konica Minolta for everything, even though they're a bunch of shit and they make shit. You can't blame them for everything. Let's see how we go with what we've got. We've got here, it's missing a front cover, and we're interested in, we'll just show you the name of the magazine, Harp On Baz. So that's a big magazine for rich people. And we'll just get back to what we're photocopying. This is none other than a Rolex commercial. So we're doing a Rolex commercial and we're focusing on this. But if that comes into there, it's okay. So we're just going to photocopy a Rolex commercial. Rolex are indeed extremely prestige as for a watch brand. This is a rich person's magazine. You can see on the back there's Gucci as well. There's all sorts of shit. And it's all about making money and all the prestige. And so many rich people are so up themselves. I mean, they're talking about the environment here. But I don't think there's many environmentalists who'd be able to afford a Rolex. I think they're mostly pretty cash strapped. They don't have money to burn like people who typically would wear a Rolex. We're going to use this one or we're going to do another one. But basically, yeah, people who are environmentalists or scientists don't typically have that sort of money to throw around. So it doesn't really seem like a very realistic expectations of Rolex for those people who care about the environment and do all that hard work. It just seems a bit of a fantasy. But Rolex are trying to make themselves look good like a lot of rich people do. These rich people are just so up themselves. And they just want to have everything. They don't care about anything else but the fucking money that they can get. And Rolex is just another money fucking entity. So we're going to use maybe this one. So Rolex are just a money fucking watch brand. They're just money fuckers, folks. You just got to make no mistake about it. It's all about money. And they are prestige. They are very well respected. However much they don't deserve respect, recycle, but basically they just care about money and that's pretty much it. And the people I just can't imagine an environmental activist wearing Rolex. Honestly, folks, it seems mutually... What's the word? It doesn't make sense. Rolex is not a company associated with ecology. It's just another rich people's wank. It's just a wank, folks. Rolex is just another word for a rich people's wank. They're wankers, folks. Wonder if we're going to use it again or we're not. But basically, they're just a bunch of fucks that don't care about the environment. They just care about themselves. They just care about themselves, folks. They just don't give a flying fuck about anything else but money. They're just a bunch of wankers who just are in bed with the bankers. A bit of a rhyme there, folks. rhymes are a little bit silly, but you know, sometimes they come out when I'm really pissed off with this fucking money fucking stuff. And Rolex is just money fuck. You know, how can any of these divers and shit actually afford a Rolex? How many of them? What percentage? What fraction of a percent would be able to afford a Rolex? Seriously, folks. Rolex take themselves too bloody seriously. They just love their money and that's it. And selling their name. I just don't understand how scientists or ecologists can afford that shit. They'd have to be pretty rich. I'm sure there are some, but there aren't that many. So they're not marketing to the right people, but they obviously see value in the environment as being a bargaining chip to sell more watches. That's what they're like. That's what a lot of rich people are. They like to sell with the environment in tow. They like to try and seduce people who care about the environment to buy their product. And that really sucks. But yeah, not the greatest demo on earth, but not the worst either. I think now we can call this demo quits.